Hi guys, how you doing? Charlie Winters here. Just a little recap for February the 1st. The selections ran, well, I'll just scroll down to them. Profit and loss, we staked £15, a £5.80 return, which yielded a loss of £9.20 on the day. We're now down to £207.80. Today, the 2nd of February, we should be staking £20 today. I'm sick and tired. I keep getting these big winners and not actually getting anything with them. So I think we need to actually benefit when they do come in. Actually, get some decent returns on them. I'm not saying they're going to come in more often, but we need to make the most of it. So my advice for Wednesday, the 2nd of February, is a 40 pence each way lucky 15, which comes to £12, and then £2 win single on each of the four selections, which totals £20. The first selection is apples and pears, and the 250 at Leicester. 7.5 out of 10, and it's a 10 to 1 chance currently. The second selection, Earth Business, in the 140 at Exeter. 7 out of 10 chance, and that's 8 to 1. Solcombe in the 240 at Exeter. 7 out of 10 chance, 18 to 1. Judex Lifo, 340 at Exeter, and that's also a 7 out of 10 chance at 14s. All these bets are to be placed with Paddy Power. A quick heads up on why I've selected these. Apples and Pears, it's a 14-year-old now, and you think, God, you must be out your mind. Well, I know it's not exactly improving, but it is running into a little bit of form. It's been rated loads higher in the past, and it actually won this race 2 years ago. It's been in France in the last, quite a few months, but not really done a great deal. It's been on heavy ground and soft ground, and it does want that kind of ground. I think that's why they sent it there, but it's not been doing a great deal over there. It does like this track. It ran at Leicester recently as well, so it's got a real good appetite. And I think this is a terrible race. There's not a great deal in it. It'll like the soft ground, yeah, on the hurdle course because it's much quicker on the chase course. But we're on the hurdles today in this race, and I expect it to run well at a decent price. In what I've said before, it is a poor race. The next selection is Earth Business. Well, this has been running in the last four races. It's run in two class threes and a class four. Well, it's a class four today, but it has shown ability in the class threes, although it did pull up in one. And I just think it's been messed around recently with the distance, and I think it's too big a price. The race, it's a conditional race. It's nothing special. It's got the cheap pieces on today. I think it could get extra improvement out of, well, because of the cheap pieces. I'm a fan of Colin Tizard, and I just think it can run into a place at a big price. And the price is 8 to 1. That's a decent price in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, I expected bigger prices today, but in the context of the race, I don't think this all should be 8 to 1 with what it's done so far. As I say, cheap pieces on. Come on, let's have a bit more concentration and kick on. Next selection is Solcombe. And again, it's a poor race. This one's a novice hurdle. It's not a handicap, it's a novice hurdle. There are doubts over the shorter price runners. There's one of them that hasn't run for 1,000 days. I do like the look of Solcombe anyway. I think there is progression there. It's been a bit hit and miss, but I do think it's progressing gradually in the right way. It's been running over further on sharper tracks, and I think by switching it to a shorter distance on a stiffer track, it should suit it. It's a poor race, as I said. It's another Colin Tizard horse. And as I said before, I think it can run into a place. And let's hope one of these place fancies could actually get into the winner's enclosure as well, like today. The final selection is Judex Lifo. It's been running consistently, and it's been rated a lot higher in the past, but that was over hurdles. It was rated pretty highly in Ireland. I think about 109, Yeah, as I wrote, 119. It's not going to jump back to that kind of handicap mark. You know, it's not going to improve that much, but it's off around. It's in the 80s today. It's been plying its trade in class five chase races, handicap chases, and it's been a fairly decent stand. Well, I say it's been applying itself fairly well. It's not some kind of handicap snip. I'm confident it will prefer the good ground. It's proven its jumping, unlike some of them, and it shows some ability. It's a bit hard to explain because for me, this horse stood out, but I think it was based merely on just how bad the opposition were, how many possible cracks in the armour of the other horses, and with this one running a bit more consistently, although in weaker races, I think even if it runs up to that form or slightly above, it could be threatening the places. And as I've said, it's a cracky price. What is it? Something like it's 14 to 1. And as you've seen in the past, a lot of these prices I've given you, they're opening up a lot bigger on the day. There was one, I think I gave it at 12s and it was 40s. It's like it. Don't get wrong, it didn't win, it didn't place it. I think it came fifth, but these are decent price each way horses, and I expect these to run well. A lot of these are going to be close, either just in or just out of the frame. But I am sticking them in a 40 pence each way, lucky 15, and with the chance that one of them might win, a £2 win on each of the selections, and that's £20 total staked. Just a quick recap on Tuesday's selections. Disappointed by what's my name. I did expect that to come placed. I think it came fifth or sixth in the end. You might think that were close, but it was 16 lengths away from the place payout. So yeah, it ran okay, nothing more than that. Boot and shoe, it lost by a short head from coming in the places. Disappointed, but I actually thought it'd be closer to winning than what it was for missing out on third place. Well, never mind. Unfortunately, that was a 9 out of 10 fancy, but it didn't come in. Creek Harbour, it ran exactly how I thought it would do up until the final couple of furlongs. It found nothing. It was pestered slightly for the lead, but I really fancied this one. I didn't think there was anything really to really put too much pressure on it for not coming the places. I just thought even if it was pestered for the lead, it had got enough in hand to come place, but no, it was pretty awful in the end. About seventh or eighth. Shot Boy, 8 to 1 winner. Pretty much did what I thought it would do. Came from behind, won fairly cosy. Well, I'd like to say fairly cosy in the end. 7 out of 10 chance. My price was 9 to 1. It touched a bit bigger, but it returned 8s on the day. As I said, couldn't quite get anything else with it, so it was a slight losing bet. But if we'd had the staking plans, what we'd had today, it would have been a winning day. So the best of luck for, keep forgetting the day, Wednesday the 2nd. All the best. Charlie Winters signing out.